Send the kids back to school with peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Mom and Dad can stay home with peanut butter and jelly mead. It's back to school time for a lot of kids, and the adults are thinking, yay, back to school. So we're making an adult drink for the parents, peanut butter and jelly mead. This goes along with the baby back to school ribs that we made. So let's get started. So we're going to use the traditional mead that we made in an earlier video, and we are going to add some things to it to make peanut butter and jelly mead. First, we're going to add peanut butter extract. I made this from dried peanut butter, or P3, PB3, I think it's called, and some vodka. I just extracted that, more of a tincture, I guess. We're going to start with the peanut butter extract, and we're going to flavor it to taste. And then when we get that where we want it, then we're going to add Smucker's natural strawberry fruit spread. And if you look at the ingredients, it says strawberries, sugar, fruit pectin, and citric acid. Citric acid is just to maintain its color. It says no high fructose corn syrup, no artificial flavors or colors. So those are all good things. So we'll add that to a mesh brew bag, drop that in there, and let it go for, I don't know how, a week, 5 days, something like that. Before we get started, we want to make sure that we stop the fermentation, or make sure that the yeast doesn't start fermenting again, because there is natural sugars in the strawberry spread. So we're going to add potassium sorbate and potassium metabisulfate, or K-met, some people call it. And what that does, it doesn't kill the yeast, but it prevents them from being able to reproduce. So they can't build those colonies to create that fermentation process. So we're going to get started by adding those two items. And the potassium sorbate says 1/2 teaspoon per gallon. So we have a gallon here. We have our 1/2 teaspoon measuring spoon. We sanitized all of this in a small sand tub. We're just doing a small job, so we don't need the big tub. I did sanitize this. It's wet. I don't want to put that in here, but this towel is clean. It's just come out of the laundry, so we can add our 1/2 teaspoon of potassium sorbate. Add that in. And then the potassium metabisulfate, it does not take a lot. It says 1/4 teaspoon per 6 gallons. So I took my 1 teaspoon is 4.2 grams. Took my mini scale and measured out what 4.2 divided by 6, and it's basically a pinch. I'll add a picture that I took of it, but it is very little. What this does, it doesn't actually stop the fermentation. It more prevents any bacteria that may feed on the new growth, or the new fermentation, not fermentation, it's not going to ferment, just prevents any bacteria buildup or anything like that. And it's just a pinch, really, is all it is. So add that to it. Okay. out those, we're going to give it just a little stir. Don't really need to. It will get mixed up in there. But, and there was a little bit of lees still on the bottom. We're going to get all kinds of goop when we add the strawberry. So I'm not too worried about that. We'll have to rack it when it's done. But, okay, so we're going to start with the peanut butter extract. I actually like peanut butter and grape jelly sandwiches, but grape, it just kind of seemed a little too on the nose. So we're going to go with strawberry. It's a good second place. So I have the half teaspoon here. We'll do 2. I did some research and couldn't find anything for or a whole lot on peanut butter and jelly mead, but I have found references to adding peanut butter to beer. And they say to start with 1 teaspoon per gallon and kind of work to taste from there. So we're going to start with a teaspoon and we'll just taste as we go. I've never used this before, so I don't know how strong it is, but we'll just give it a try. Give it a little stir. I did taste this traditional mead when we made it. It was very, very delicious. It was young. Mead usually takes a little longer to age. It's been almost 2 months that it's been sitting now, so should be even better. I need a glass. Okay, let's just get a little taste. Don't want too much. We're going to be doing a couple tastes, I think. Don't taste much peanut butter yet. We may have to go 3 or 4 teaspoons, but we'll start with, I might do a couple more teaspoons because there is no taste of peanut butter. It definitely smells like peanut butter. Okay, we're up to 2 teaspoons. We're going to add 1 more to go to 3-ish teaspoons. Give that a little stir. The mead is still a little young, even after 2 months. Mead takes a long time sometimes to really mellow out and age, but still good. All right. Won't take quite as big a sample this time. Doesn't take much to know. Should be able to taste that peanut butter. Maybe just a hint. I'm going to get a bigger. I'm going to get an actual teaspoon. Sanitize that a little bit. Just have to keep going and trying as you go. Whoa, got a little carried away there. That's all right. We're still, I think, I'm gonna do 4 more. What does that put us up to? 7? We'll see where we're at here. I have a feeling it's gonna take a fair amount. That peanut butter extract is not, I have a feeling it's not super strong. I could have used the actual peanut butter powder. And we just had all that sludge on the bottom and everything. Whereas I made this from that, so it should work as well. Whoa, we don't need that much. We're starting to get there. Could take a little bit. We're at 7. Let's go to 10 teaspoons. Three more makes 10. Probably would have worked a little better just to put the powder in and just let it sit for, I don't know, a week. Just extract all of that flavor out of there. But, you know, we're just experimenting. Who ever heard of making peanut butter and jelly mead anyway? So, kind of a crazy thing. Well, we're not getting too close here. We've used half a bottle. This is about a 4-ounce jar. We're not quite half. We've done about 1.5 ounces. Let's keep going. Two more. That puts us right at about just under 2 ounces. Starting to smell a little peanut butter. All right. Now we're starting to get there. Let's go with let's go 4 more. What are we up to? Is that 14? 14 teaspoons. About 2.5 ounces. Start. Got this new paddle. It's a little long for a gallon fermenter, but it's pretty nice. If ever I move up to 6-gallon batches, I'll be good to go there. All right. Now we're starting to get to the peanut butter. I think let's do, might end up using this whole bottle. I'm going to do 4 more here. Yeah, that puts us at probably 3 ounces. I think we're going to end up doing the whole bottle. That's okay. I'll make more. I've made several different kinds of extracts. I've made vanilla and cinnamon, coconut, lemon, and orange. What else? Oh, almond extract. So I haven't had a chance to use too many of them yet, but made enough vanilla for give away a few as gifts. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to bottom up here. I think that's the only way we're going to get there. Add the whole thing. So we've had 4 ounces of peanut butter extract. I have a feeling we are going to have to fish. There's a weight in the bottom of there, a pickling weight, because we were not up above the shoulder when we made this. So I have a feeling when we go to adding this in, we are going to overflow. So I'm going to have to fish that weight out of there. Okay, let's see where we are now. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting the peanut butter. All right. So Next, as I said, we're going to do the strawberry. We've got our peanut butter going here. We're going to have to figure out how to get that weight out of there unless we rack it. Be right back. All right. We need to get that pickling weight out of the bottom. Got my long tongs here. I think we can probably fish this out. Being careful not to lose it and drop it and break the jar. There we go. Put that in there. All right. I think we might have enough room. I don't know. What do you think? I don't think it's going to fit. I think we're going to have to rack to a bigger fermenter. We can do that. Okay, we've retooled. We've went to the full sand tub. Got our auto siphon and our tubing, and we've got our knockoff version of another 2.5 gallon, or this is about a 1.75 gallon fermenter. You've seen the big mouth bubbler. This is similar to that, not quite as big. It comes, I got it on Amazon, comes with a plastic lid and then another lid. I think it's like a tea jar or something like that, but I'll put a hole in it, put a grommet for airlock. So we're going to give this a try. We don't really need, there shouldn't be any carbon dioxide being built up, but we don't want to take any chances, and we want to keep bad things from getting in. So we'll use the airlock again anyway. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought it's not enough peanut butter taste for me either. This is what I was using to make the extract. It is PB Fit peanut butter powder. And we're going to guess here. I'm going to go with we're going to start with 2 tablespoons of the PB Fit. I don't know. We might even go with 4. I'm just kind of guessing here. So we're all learning together here at the same time. But let's go ahead and we're going to put the peanut butter, the PB Fit in first. Just so it maybe has a little better chance of mixing. It smells like peanut butter, as it should. I'm going to go with 4 heaping tablespoons. We've already got some of the peanut butter extract in there, but it was pretty light. So we're going to go with 4 heaping tablespoons of the PB Fit. That, along with the peanut butter extract we already added, should get us there. Then I think we're going to put the strawberry spread in first as well, just to make life easier, hopefully. Some of these things I've never done before, so like I said, we'll all learn together. But just kind of put that over the top. We'll hold on to it. Sealed for your protection. Let's see, is it going to come out, or are we going to have to spoon it out? Going to have to spoon it out. It's pretty thick. Well, let's use our sanitized teaspoon. Yep, pretty thick. It is a spread, so it should be. I made a strawberry wine with 2 jars the same size of strawberry preserves, and it actually I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was better than the strawberry wine I made just recently with actual strawberries. So my family really liked it. So I think my strawberry wines might be coming from strawberry preserves from now on, because I really like it. And you know what? That's why we do this, because we like it. I don't do this. I do this on video so that you guys can see what I'm doing. And if you haven't done it, maybe learn. If you have done it, maybe you can share with me your tips on what you do. But we're just creating here in the kitchen, and we're doing it our way. Like the old burger commercial, special orders don't upset us. All we ask is have it your way. All right, let's see. I'm going to end up needing a third hand here. Probably should use a better spoon. I think I'm going to need to use a real spoon. Let's do that. I'm flinging strawberry everywhere. Let's get a nice big spoon. Get it sanitized. You don't really need to leave stuff in the sanitizer too long. 10, 15 seconds, something like that is really all you need. It has been washed, so it is clean, and now it is sanitized, so we just don't want to, you know what, let's try this. Let's try and use our brain a little bit. Pull the drawstring. Maybe that'll hold it a little bit. It might help a little bit without tying it. I don't really want to tie it. That's all right. We can get this done. I may look like a monkey, but trying to get this done. But we'll get there. It's starting to come out on its own now. Want to be careful not to bang the two jars together. That would be bad. Wouldn't that be bad if I broke my fermenter before I ever really had a chance to use it? I haven't used this one yet. Started to use it on the strawberry wine with actual strawberries, but too many strawberries. Had to go to a bucket. This bucket right here, in fact. All right. One more big scoop ought to do. Maybe two more. Heck, I paid for it. Might as well use it, right? If not, I can spread it on some bread. All right. That ought to do. And then we just tie the bag shut, as we do. I'm using the bag because it's a little easier to get it back out later. And, you know, strawberries have seeds. And I'm kind of hoping there's probably seeds in there. So I'm hoping that I don't get too many seeds in there. If I do, auto siphon will keep them out. So no big deal. But all right, so there we have our peanut butter and our strawberry spread. Now we're ready to get our mead in there. Got our auto siphon with our handy clip. And it's always a little tricky. There we go. Get one side of the tube down in the jar, a fair amount so it doesn't want to come out. Other end, the auto siphon down, and you notice I don't have the cap on there. And I'm not too worried about picking up. There's not a lot of leaves in there, and we're going to have to rack it again anyway, so a few pumps to get it going. We are going. I'm just going to shove it all the way down. And we'll be back when this is done. All right. Getting close to the end, so we're going to tip this. Yeah, this fermenter is about 1.75 gallons, so you can see that we would have definitely overflowed in the 1 gallon fermenter, which actually technically it's like 1 gallon to the very top, so it's really not even a gallon. But yep, it's a good choice we made to go with the bigger fermenter because we'd have been in trouble. So Almost done here. And there you have it. So we just get the rest out of the tube. And a little bit of peanut butter on the bottom of that tube. There we go. Put that in there. Set that out of the way. You know me, I'll make a mess. All right. I am going to stir it gently just a little bit. Just to get some of that peanut butter powder mixed up. I want to go gently. You know, I always worry about oxidization. There's quite a bit of alcohol in here. I think we were at, let's see, we started at 1.1 and we ended at 1.065. I didn't write down our alcohol by volume. I'll have to figure that out. I'll calculate that, but it's probably 12%. So, you know, the higher your alcohol, the less chance of oxidization. So, but still going to be careful. You can see I'm not causing a lot of bubbles there. I'm just trying to gently get it mixed up so that we have good mixture and get all those good peanut butter flavors all the way in there throughout. And I'm hoping we get pretty good strawberry flavor out of it too. You know, peanut butter sandwich without some sort of jelly is kind of boring. So we're going to have peanut butter and strawberry jam mead when we're done with this, hopefully. Right now, looks like peanut butter, but all right. We'll check back in on that in a few days. See where we're at. Let's get a lid on there. Keep the Jack hairs out. Got a little dog named Jack, and sometimes his hair is everywhere. Okay, gently push that in. I'm going to take this off and push it in. Hate to push that grommet all the way through. It's a little tight. There we go. Of course, we put sanitizing fluid in the airlock to keep the little buggies from getting in there. And okay, so we are going to let that sit for a week. We'll see where we're at. We'll check in and we'll see where we're at. All right, we're back. It's been about 5 days and our peanut butter and jelly mead has been sitting. It's changed color a little bit. It's a little bit of a pinkish hue. I don't think that the strawberry spread is going to release a lot of color, probably because of the citric acid they added to the product to retain the color. Maybe if we leave it longer, it might, but let's give it a try here and see what it's like. Do a smell test. Okay, I can smell the little bit of the peanut butter and the strawberry. Definitely smells like a wine. Let's give it a test here. We may have to let this sit longer. Certainly clears quickly. Okay, it's definitely has a stronger peanut butter flavor to it. I think I'm going to let it set longer though, but definitely have the strawberry flavor and a little bit of the peanut butter. You can see a lot of the peanut butter on the bottom. it settles. That powder just settles quickly. I gave it a stir every day, a couple times to help mix that up in there. I think we're going to let it sit for, we might go another week. Okay, it's been another week for the peanut butter and jelly mead. That's a total of 2 weeks on the strawberry jam and the peanut butter powder. So we're going to go ahead and rack it. I don't know that it's going to impart any more flavor at this point. Let's take a sniff. It definitely smells like mead, like it should. You can smell a little bit of the strawberry. Not so much of the peanut butter, but we'll go ahead and let's take a taste. See what it tastes like. The proof is always in the taste. This has all been sanitized as usual. Could use a little more of a proper taste. It's very clear. It's a nice amber color. It's got some of that strawberry and peanut butter smell to it. Okay, now we got a little bit of that peanut butter. It's faint, but it's there. And the strawberry got a good alcohol. You can taste the alcohol, the ethanol there as well. I think we've got it. So we're going to go ahead and rack this to a pitcher, and then we will bottle. So I'm going to just rack most of this with the bag. If I pull the bag, it's going to disturb everything, and then we'll have all kinds of peanut butter, strawberry. You can kind of see the strawberry particles have kind of broken loose, and some of them are a little free floating in there, but that's all right. We've got the cap on the bottom of our auto siphon, so we'll try and minimize all of the excess and just get the mead. So we're just going to put this down just about halfway for starters, and put the clip down a little bit. There we go. That's a good starting point. Get our other end in our pitcher. Let's get our siphon going. Just a few pumps. Okay, I think we're going here. So we'll just let that go for a while. It's going to be a little tricky not getting all of that peanut butter and strawberry excess in there. And we want to get it as clear as we can, but we'll work on it very gently and be back in just a minute. Okay, we stopped with quite a bit still in there. We're getting quite a bit of the peanut butter wispies in there. That may not be a problem. I mean, it's a peanut butter and jelly mead, but I think what we're going to do is try and get the bag out and strain it and see if we can get a little more out of there. We may have to rack this to another fermenter and let it set for a little while longer. We may try something else too. So I'll get another strainer and a bowl and we'll be right back. colander in a bowl. What we're going to try and do is let's put this back in there. Get some of those wispies out of there in a minute. We're going to try and get this bag out into our colander. Maybe we can get some more of this mead. Yeah, we're not going to salvage that. That's pretty soupy. That's pretty muddy. That may be all we get. We're at just under 3 quarts. About 96 ounces. I think we're done. I think that's all we're going to get. That'll be about 3.5 bottles. You know what? We're just going to go with it. We're going to bottle it just like that. There may be some soupy settlement at the bottom of the bottles, but I think it's just going to be me drinking it anyway, so I don't mind. Okay, so you see we got our bottles. We've sanitized them in the sand tub. We're gonna just get some of the excess out of our auto siphon, and we're gonna leave the cap off this time. We want to get as much of that as we can. And tube back. Hello. The Star Sand solution does not hurt you if you've got some in there. It doesn't dilute it any significant amount, the mead or the wine, so I'm not too worried about the little bit in the tube or the auto siphon. It's nothing to worry about. I'm gonna get this in here, lock that down, and then we're gonna need our bottling wand. And I don't know if we're going to get 4 bottles, probably not. Let's get the bottling wand put on. Okay, and then let's just get to bottling. Remember, you got to get that stem valve right on the punt. Depress it when you get the siphon started, and watch until it's full. As always, this is kind of boring, so we'll be back when we've got 3, maybe 4, probably 3 bottles. Be right back. Okay, we're going to have about 3 full bottles and 1 16-ounce swing top bottle. We're pretty close to it, but this is going to be our taster, and probably drink this today. There are some wispies going in there. I think that's the peanut butter powder. I'm thinking maybe that'll help continue to add a little bit of the peanut butter flavor as it ages in the bottle. If there's some little wispies in the bottom, it's one nice thing about the punt. It'll gather around the bottom side of the bottle, and if you pour gently, you won't get all that in your glass. So, not too worried about it. And maybe we'll get lucky and it'll add some more peanut butter flavor as it goes. Look at that. We're going to be 1 full 16-ounce bottle. And we have some in the tube we can put right into our glass. Have a little another taster. Okay. Set that down before we knock it down. There we have 3 full 750 milliliter bottles and one 16-ounce bottle. Very nice. Almost looks like a pale ale. But once those wispies settle out, it's going to be nice and clear, a nice golden amber color. Again, it's got a little bit of the peanut butter and strawberry nose to it. It's retained some of the sweetness. That's nice. We put the K-met and the potassium sulfate in there so that it won't ferment and retain some of that sweetness. But that's pretty good. It's a nice peanut butter and jelly mead, just in time for the kids to go back to school. Send them with their peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Mom and Dad can stay home with the PB&J mead. That's really good. A nice strawberry flavor to it. So, once again, thank you for tuning in to Smokin' and Drinkin'. Remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. As always, Prost!